Hey everyone, welcome to the Men of Doozy podcast.
You're probably thinking, why the word doozy? What does that even mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that is extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
And we are not that, but with that new haircut, one of us might be.
Oh, my God. He looks fine.
It's me. So this podcast is where we give you all the tools you need to become successful in life.
And the best part is we are going to learn how to be successful ourselves while we teach you how to be successful yourself.
I'm Alex Staub.
I'm Matthew McLachlan.
And I'm Andrew Goebel. I like this NPR voice we got going on.
Yeah, look at that.
And I'm Matthew McLachlan.
Traffic on 95 is really rough.
And then she said her spleen exploded. It just exploded, and I just didn't know what to do. It came out my butt.
Because of all the traffic.
Because of all the traffic.
And today we're going to learn how to go to the movies.
Woo!
Ooh.
Nice.
Today's episode is also sponsored by Botticelli Foods. Because what else you going to eat when you're watching a movie?
movies.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly.
Spaghetti sauce.
You got to
Yeah.
bring the sauce to the movies.
Use promo code Doozy, D-O-O-Z-Y at checkout for 10% off. I mean, pour some sauce on your popcorn.
Pour some sauce on
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I always said, what's your favorite sauce to go on your popcorn, Andrew?
Butter.
Likewise. Butter,
Yeah,
butter
fuck
sauce.
yeah.
Butter
Okay,
sauce.
how about you, though? What's up with
Vodka.
Can you imagine putting fettuccine, like Alfredo, or just a fettuccine Alfredo in a
Jesus
bucket? Just,
Christ. I would fight that person in the theater just on purpose.
I feel like I've seen someone put like Parmesan on their popcorn before.
Oh, sure. But that's not a sauce. We're talking about like
That's a cheese.
We're talking about a cheese, not a salt.
Nice.
They're really pouring pesto on your fucking
exactly.
popcorn or olive oil.
Yeah.
Here's a real question. What's the worst thing you've brought into movies for food-wise, for consumption?
I mean, like an entire hoagie. And opened it, and it just smelled up the whole thing. It wasn't great. It wasn't the best part of me. Wasn't
One time I went to the Cheesecake Factory at the mall before the movies and got like 5 appetizers and just snuck them all into the movies and just had like a Cheesecake Factory spread.
Did you have
Dumplings, egg rolls.
was cheesecake in there? Did you?
No cheesecake.
No cheesecake. Not
No
from the Cheesecake Factory. No way.
I brought a salmon salad.
No, you did not.
It was as bad as it
did
sounds.
not.
Just like a tuna fish.
You know
like,
what?
something.
Fuck the smell. This is the worst part. And just stabbing the loud leafy green.
Oh, yeah. Just so we're chewing on romaine lettuce in the back of the movie.
Being like, Thor 2 is not too bad. Yeah,
Wow.
just eating that.
Thor 2.
Yeah.
Dear God. You know, my mom used to make me smuggle in like a backpack of like, we would pop our own popcorn and she would make sandwiches and just fill up a backpack.
So you were going on a road trip to the movie.
Yeah.
And we would go to the movies and she
Absolutely.
would pass around popcorn and sandwiches and just everything. We didn't even have to buy it, you know? It was crazy.
That seems fine.
I grew up poor too.
We weren't poor. That was the thing. We weren't poor. We were not poor.
I remember one of the most wild
That's why, 'cause
things.
your mom was saving.
Yeah.
I remember one of the most wild things that a friend and I used to do in college is we used to get popcorn, and for some reason, one of the condiments was jalapenos that you could put in your popcorn.
Okay.
So we would put jalapenos in, but then cover the popcorn with like Parmesan and other spices. So you never knew what you were getting. And sometimes you popped a whole jalapeno in your mouth. Sometimes you got a kernel.
Just get a handful of jalapenos.
Just a handful of
right there.
jalapenos.
What are you doing with those hands afterwards? You're just sitting there with this like.
Better not touch your fucking eyes.
Jalapeno cheese hands. That's gross.
Do you guys go to the movies often? I feel like I've petered off in the last little bit. Like I haven't been in it.
I mean, yes. I had also petered off.
When like a big, you petered off in the movies?
Yeah, I
What is-
petered off. I've petered off.
Who hasn't petered off?
Petered off in a movie, dude.
I when it's like a big movie, I'll go and see it. Otherwise, but I won't go to like see Inside Out 2. You know what I mean?
Okay, well.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. Now, I will say I've been back in the movie game
Yeah, me too.
because they re-released The Lord of the Rings in movie theaters, and it was a fucking delight. It was one of the best days I've
27
spent.
hours.
The extended versions.
The extended version, so it was all on different days, and it was 3.5 hours, then 3 hours and 45, and then 4 hours of straight movie. It was great. It was. I feel like now I've gone to movie theaters recently, and it's kind of been shitty, and there's people talking, or like just being obnoxious, and there was none of that. Absolutely none of that at Lord of the Rings.
I think people got so excited to come back to the movies from the pandemic. Doesn't mean there aren't shitty experiences, but I think people are just like, I'm finding less. Like, are you kidding? I'm having more issues with the theaters themselves, like Alamo Drafthouse or places where you order the food and it doesn't come or something. But everyone there wants to be there. It seems.
Yeah.
So that is at least fun.
Okay. What was one of the first movies you guys have seen in the movie theaters?
Ooh. Probably Pokemon, the first movie.
Ooh.
That would have been. I think I might have seen ones before that, but that's the first one that I was like, you got the trading cards when you went. I remember the whole experience.
I collected all those.
My dad fell asleep.
Yeah, perfect.
So it was great.
You mean by yourself, or just like the first movie?
Just
theater?
like what's one of your first memories going to the movies?
I remember.
I went to the Pokemon movie.
Me too. I went on a field
what year
trip.
did that come out?
I went on a summer.
I don't know. I'll look it up right now. I'll figure out when it is. I'll find out. But
I bet it was early 2000 or 2000. I bet it was 2000. I remember seeing one of my favorite experiences. I remember tiny movie theater just outside of town, Independence Day.
Ooh, okay.
That was good. To get the fucking boom and everything. The presidential
How
speech.
How old were you?
Lady doesn't reveal her age. Probably like 10. I don't know.
10.
When did it come out?
I don't know.
Get it? Keep going.
That,
we got a second thing.
What second thing? Tell me what the second thing. I missed it because I got distracted because they only gave me the release date in Japan. Which one?
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Welcome to Earth.
Oh my God, what am I doing, guys? Hey, this is my first day with a computer.
Yeah.
So the Pokemon movie came out when I personally was 8 years old. It was 1999 in November.
Okay, so I saw that.
And
that was the one with Mewtwo, right?
That was, yeah.
I saw that. Look up I don't know what year it was, but
1996 for Independence Day.
I saw the Rugrats movie.
Oh shit, I did see that one too. The Rugrats go to like Japan or whatever, right?
Paris, I think.
Paris.
Yeah, they went to
but
Paris.
Then there were sumo wrestlers for some reason. It doesn't matter. Paris.
Yeah, what year was that?
Well, there was the Rugrats movie. Then there was Rugrats in Paris, the movie, which was 2000.
No, the original one, which 1998.
Yeah,
that might have been one of my first memories there. Now that I think about it. Wow, good stuff.
Good stuff. That was a great question.
I also remember Shaquille O'Neal's Kazam.
In the movies?
Yeah.
Wasn't that on like Disney Channel or something?
I thought it was a fake movie, but it's not.
No. You're thinking of Sinbad.
Sinbad in Shazam.
Yeah, whatever. Wait, yeah, Shazam.
Shazam.
One of the AMs.
One of the AMs is a lie.
One of the bigger gentlemen's that was a genie.
Yes.
And made a white boy's wish come true.
I will say though, one of my before I realized that the first memory I had of like going to the movies with a bunch of people was for the first Lord of the Rings movie.
Okay. Yeah.
The dads were in charge of the kids that day, and they were like, "Let's go see Lord of the Rings. We can take our kids."
I do like, and it's petering off. The idea of it becoming an event to go see a thing.
Yeah.
You're like, this movie's coming out. Like, it's just, I think Marvel's helped it be like, okay. There isn't something. Dune might have been the last one where we're like, we gotta see that.
I think once Marvel put it on like the streaming services, I just didn't care anymore.
Right.
But like when each movie was like you had to go to the theater to watch it, I was on board.
I think
that was the hype there. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a double whammy happening with movies right now, and I want to make sure that we're not shitting on movies. Movies are great, but what I've noticed is there are two things. One, movies have like a lot more lore to them now, where they're based on books, based on like, did you like, especially with Marvel, it's like, did you see every TV show? Oh, then you're not going to get this moment and there's just, it's a lot. It's the multiverse has grown too far, and other movies are putting Easter eggs and shit in there. But then also no one's going to the movies. So like everyone's afraid to release movies that aren't already like franchises or sequels.
Yeah, or like reboots or something
reboots
like
and
that.
things,
Or
and that's a
or like
bummer.
AI is like every person will like this movie because it's something for everyone. There's no way this movie will flop, and it's the biggest flop.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's every genre smashed together somehow.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like a ninja kids movie with Oscar-winning actors.
Right. You're like, you have me at ninjas. You
Yeah, and
lost
Scarlett
me at
Johansson
kids."
plays the ninja.
You
So
had me back at Oscar winner. You lost me again at Dakota Johnson.
Yeah. Although Dakota Johnson, I don't,
Tell me what that means.
what that means? What's that mean?
Tell me what that means.
her new movie, Click Click.
Oh, is that the sequel to the Adam Sandler film? Click, click.
Oh, click, click.
They were gonna go Click 2, but they
But
just
instead,
went
Click, Click.
Click.
Starring Dakota. That's I
With
see how the
Dakota
Adam Sandler
Johnson.
Dakota Johnson.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do I get into
Well,
these fucking-
yeah. Let's get into these tips. Something that I think brings the three of us together is our love for like movies and the theater and
Of course.
and all that
Sure,
kind of stuff.
sure.
So this is another episode we did video games we were very close with. So this is, I feel like, right up there with that with us.
Yeah.
So if you have never been to the movies or you love the movies,
Yeah.
or you know someone that is too scared to go to the movies, or I don't know what's going on.
Or someone who is a movie.
Or someone who
Someone
literally
is a movie.
Some people are so crazy they are
They're
movies.
movies. Yeah.
You know? Or some people act crazy and you're like, am I in a movie right now?
Might be a
You know
movie.
what I mean?
Might be a movie.
These tips are for you. I'm excited. Let's get into the top 8 tips on how to go to the movies. It's because it's an experience.
Tip number 8. Decide on what movie to go see. Choose something you think you'll enjoy to avoid getting bored. Try looking for a specific genre or franchise you like. If you wish, try something new. Compromise if other people are going to the theater with you. Go online and look at reviews to see if the movie is received well and worth your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, reviews. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
Hook was reviewed terribly.
Hook is one of my favorite movies.
It's one of the best
all
fucking
time.
movies. Yeah, it's got like a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes critic review, but audience reviews like
Who's the critics are dumb.
yeah, that's yes. It's every once in a while.
That's like one of my. I would also watch that movie around Christmas too, for some reason.
It's a
Isn't it like
Hook is a Christmas
Chris.
movie.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
If half the movies
It's like
people
based
say,
on. It's like based like in Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they can say that for half the movies, Hook can be a fucking great. It's
Yes.
more. It's more of a
One of my
Christmas movie than
favorites.
Die Hard, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. More imagination and less Alan Rickman falling off a
Such a
building.
good movie.
Now I'm confused. Are we talking about Hook or?
Hook.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I didn't know if Die Hard was the
No.
was the thing where you looked longingly and just said such a good movie.
No, Hook. I want to rewatch it now.
We'll be right back. We're gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it.
I'm gonna watch Hook.
And now Hook.
Hook.
This episode was about movies, and now it's Hook.
And now it's about
There's
Hook.
just the entire movie of Hook played right now.
Yes.
Let's go.
It's just every scene with Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook. Captain Hook.
That's it. Yeah, decide on what movie to go see. Otherwise, you just you look creepy. You know, walking around. Although sometimes it is good to like. I've been to the movies. I'm like, what is there anything good? And then I'm like, you know what? I'll go see that. Why not? You know,
Movie roulette sometimes.
Movie
Just kinda seeing
roulette.
What it is.
Yeah.
You're just like, let's just figure it out. And I love the whole experience. It is expensive at this point, but it's just like the going to go. I used to go, especially in New York. You're just like, I'm out and about. I got a couple hours. I'll go see a movie.
It's true.
Now I don't feel that as much, but I am finding that there are more movies I want to see out. I'm like, I gotta go see that. So I'm excited about it. I had a buddy who had the movie pass, and that was a dang thing.
the AMC Movie Pass.
Oh,
And he worked a double for his job, a double on Saturday, double on Sunday. So he had Monday through Friday off, and almost every day of the week he would go see a movie. He saw everything. He's
Holy
like,
shit.
Even if he knew it was gonna be bad, he's like, I gotta see it.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's cool. I don't want to do that, but
Wow.
But he has seen 100 thousands hours of
Yeah.
movies. Yeah, so many.
That's a lot.
Also, yeah, Movie Pass, hysterical. What a failure.
What
That's
a failure.
fine.
All right, tip number 7. Get your tickets. You may have to buy your tickets in advance online or go to the box office early to make sure the film is not sold out. Normally, theater lobbies will be jam-packed with people on weekends, so allow 20 to 30 minutes to get your tickets, get snacks, and then get good seats. Allow extra time for blockbusters like a Harry Potter film or the Hunger Games or a Star Wars.
Or Marvel. Or anything.
Or
that,
all of those.
I think Disney owns every single one of those properties.
Yeah.
Because all of those franchises will be happening to the end of time. So there'll always be one of those in a theater.
Exactly, yeah.
At all the times. But yeah, I
It
don't
used
know.
to be like you would get your ticket, and then it was like you had to find your seat. Like it was first come, first serve. Now it's like you pick the specific seats.
It makes sense, and I get it, but I don't like it. Because then it's like, hey, I'm getting my ticket. Cool. Where's your seat? Oh, let me screenshot it and show you. And then in that time, I've had friends like, oh, the seats next to you got taken.
One thing you can do to avoid that is just buy the tickets yourself. Like buy 2 tickets sitting next to each other, and then you just have that person Venmo you. It solves that problem, and there is no world where I would think the old-fashioned way was better. I love the fact that I don't have to show up to a movie theater really early anymore. That's great.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
I think it's more of I like to go back to that thing where it's like if you're there early, you
Take
get
the
you
fucking
get the
seat.
best
You
seat.
get the
if you
good
show up
seats.
late and you're like, oh, where am I? You get the front.
Yeah.
Now you're at the front watching Hook.
Why is Dakota
You're goddamn
Johnson?
right.
Why Dakota
Tell 'em.
Johnson so big?
Tell them.
Oh, I don't
Tell 'em.
like it. And you're like, get here early, bitch.
I
I
agree.
want to see Dakota.
I agree.
That's
100%. 100%. Absolutely.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
You know, figure out what movie you want to see. Get your tickets. Number 6, everybody. Buy some snacks. Go to the concession area and purchase refreshments to enjoy during the movie. Popcorn, soda, candy are the typical choices, though many theaters now offer bigger items such as pretzels, hot dogs, chicken fingers, pizza. I've gotten, you know. And then a lot of movie theaters sell drinks now too. So now you're shit-faced.
Now you're blacking out.
You
Shit-faced.
got
You have-
chicken fingers.
You have no idea
You
what
got
movie
chicken
you're
fingers
in.
like
Blackout.
Wolverine in between your nuts. and
You're,
just-
you're blackout in the front row eating chicken
watching
fingers,
Dakota.
watching Click Click, watching eating chicken fingers. If you have children with you, please have them decide on what they would like before getting in line, so as not to hold up the line. What do you want, Sarah? I don't know. No. Sneak your snacks in. Yeah. Thank you, Mom. Okay? Concessions are usually overpriced. So a great way to save money on snacks is if you buy your candy ahead of time and then put them in a purse or a bag or your pants or, you know, wherever you can hide it.
Yep.
Another way to sneak food in is to hide them in clothing. Yeah. You can
Okay.
hide snacks
Yeah.
under a coat or even in your socks. Wow.
This
Look
is
at
getting
this.
creative.
Beware that some theaters may kick you out for this.
Yeah, if they're a fucking narc.
Yeah. Is that a 6-pound bag of Sour Patch Kids in your socks?
No, I got
It's-
swollen ankles.
No, it's a
dude.
tumor.
Leave me alone.
Beware, okay? Buy drinks at the theater as they may leak in your bag or clothing. So now your purse is leaking.
Now your purse is full.
Also,
ma'am?
put your drink in a container, not just pour it into your
Yeah,
bag.
it is full of Barks
How
root
else
beer.
am I going to get my
It's so
Sunny
much.
D into the movie?
Just so
Why
much.
is there a straw coming out of your purse, ma'am?
Don't worry about it.
Nothing.
I just want to say that I'm so glad you said what you said before you read this. And now read the next tip.
If you're bringing your own snacks, wear cargo pants. Okay? Just show up, okay? Which makes it far easier to stash and store.
Stash and store,
Wear the most things with the most pockets and just walk in like some crazy person. How much candy are you going to eat within 2 hours? I'm not too sure.
I just got back in from the Serengeti with all my supplies in my legs, and I thought,
and I want to go see. I want to go see the
Right.
new Marvel
I want to
movie.
see Click Click.
It's not like because when when your legs are strapped with M&Ms, you can hear that. It sounds like you're
strapped,
sounds,
full ready.
Right? like you just robbed a bank of it's just only sacks of change.
Only change.
You got 3 pound bag of nerds in your back pocket.
Just
Oh
nerds.
my God.
Right?
That's funny as
Either
shit.
those are nerds and candy, or you stole some morales.
Yeah,
you know.
There you go.
My God, no theater in their right mind is going to ask to search your pants pockets for snacks. Too much of a risk of a sexual harassment lawsuit.
You know, because Men of Doozy here, we want to keep you honest. We want to make sure you're suing at any time you can sue someone.
How about this?
Ma'am, either those are bags of M&Ms, or you got a nice chest.
You got a rocky chest,
Look,
or you're happy to see me,
either that's a Snickers in your pants,
or you got tits.
Or you got
it's a
so
Snickers.
stupid.
Here's the thing: we're talking about pants with pockets.
Yes.
I think we're doing it all wrong here. I think we
Okay.
need big pants with pockets. So I say, build pockets into Jinko jeans. Get pockets in the big floofy fucking you're about to go see Korn in concert. Those things, build them. So all you got to do is just
Pizza.
That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Put Jinko jeans up.
Yeah.
And imagine pockets in those sons of bitches.
And
get
if you're
everything
gonna
You get a
smuggle in,
2-liter.
if you're gonna smuggle in a Butterfinger, a giant Butterfinger, do it on the inner thigh to really confuse people.
To really confuse
No,
people.
no. Yes, but bring 2 on
Bring
either
2,
side.
exactly.
And they're like, which one do I shoot?
I'm here to see Hook. Okay.
Click, click, baby. Click, click.
Click, click.
Which one do you want? Click,
Where's
click.
Dakota Johnson? Okay.
Speaking of Dakota.
Yeah, as I said before, my mom used to make me sneak in every kind of snack because that's just what it was.
Yeah.
And I was that kid that I would hide the backpack like over like my shirt in the front. I mean,
oh wow,
you know, or like I'd have it on my back, but then I'd tie like a sweatshirt around my back so I looked like I had some kind of deformity. It was bad. Yeah. It was a good time, though.
It was a good time. It was a good
time.
time. It was a bad time. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah.
Tale of Two Cities.
Yep.
Tip number 5: pick your seats. We just talked about this. Most theaters require you to pick your seat in advance, so make sure to buy your tickets as soon as they go on sale. If the theater doesn't do this, then arrive early and find the most desirable seats for you and your group. The best seats in most cinemas are in the back of the room for the full view of the screen, and to avoid seat kickers. Fuck those people. Try not to arrive late, or these seats may be occupied.
Seat kickers?
Seat kickers.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. Most theaters now are too big. You can't even reach the other seats.
Have either of you had to deal with like a conflict at the movies before, with with another person?
I have not.
Have you like told someone to shut up
I
before?
have.
Oh, I've said.
or,
Yeah,
like,
I've told
you know?
people to shut up, but it's always been the.
It's always been shut down. Like me
Yeah.
saying the thing. Yeah, I've never had someone to
double down on being an idiot. Yeah.
Right.
Have you fought someone in a movie theater?
No.
All right. Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm usually sitting in the front. I'm blacked out eating
Got
chicken
it.
fingers.
Got
so
it.
I'm
Got
not
it. Got
too
it. Yeah. So
sure.
how could you fight someone?
Yeah.
How could you fight someone?
But I've definitely seen other people where like some guy, you know, is behind them laughing and just like kicking the seat and like I've seen other people get in fights and stuff. And I'm like, ooh, that's when the popcorn.
That's when the popcorn
That's when
and,
it gets
and
real
the
good.
jalapenos come.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, jalapenos.
Yeah.
No.
pulling it out of your shirt bag.
Yeah.
Your mom's next to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Grab those sandwiches. Grab that. Yeah.
The hoagies and the salmon salad. Yeah.
Oh,
great.
Just the jalapenos and the Parmesan cheese come out of your cargo shorts.
Your Jinko pockets.
Yikes. Yeah, buy some snacks or smuggle them in.
Or smuggle them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick your seats.
Pick your seats.
I love it. Well, should we take a little break here?
We should smuggle some sauce in.
We should smuggle some sauce.
We should smuggle some
Exactly.
sauce.
So now you got glass clinking. Okay. You're like,
Don't put both bottles in the same
don't
pocket.
touch me. That's sexual harassment.
Don't touch my bottle.
Pesto sauce. If
you
you pull
imagine-
pesto sauce out of your Jankos,
Yep.
you're
winning.
You're seeing click for sure.
You're seeing click click.
But can you imagine having a big thing of popcorn going, oh, okay, let me just, and you go,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, pesto.
Yeah. Why does it smell like salmon in here? Hey everyone, are you tired of buying expensive, low-quality foods? I know I am. I'm tired of it. I'm so sick and tired of it, and that's why it's time to discover the authentic taste of Italy with Botticelli Foods.
They're a family-owned brand that delivers farm-to-table products straight to your dinner table or movie theater seat. Experience the rich flavors of the Italian cuisine, which has been passed down from generation to generation.
If you go to BotticelliFoods.com and use promo code Doozy at checkout, that's That's DOOZY. You can get 10% off all Botticelli Foods products.
Yeah. And if you buy double, that's 20% off.
Yeah, that's how math works.
Right?
Yes,
Look,
I think so.
I'm talking about every kind of sauce you can think of. Olive oils, balsamics, jalapenos, and many, many more flavorful products.
And remember, Botticelli Foods are extraordinary and outstanding, just like the Men of Doozy.
Buy Botticelli's now and put it on your popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn. Or since the places sell pizza, why not throw a little extra sauce
you
on
go.
the pizza?
You're cooking with Botticelli's now.
Yeah, you're not
Dip the chicken fingers into
in the
sauce.
Botticelli's.
That's pretty good.
I'm
That should
down
be-
with
now,
that.
now I'm on board.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
We might end this early to go to the movie.
go to the movies and eat Botticelli's.
All right, well, let's go. The movie's playing right now. Let's go back. Oh, my God, no.
Yeah, I was like,
Jose.
wait. I was like, wait,
oh,
hold
it's
on.
not in. Oh, I didn't read the past. And now we go to our favorite
Oh, my
segment
God, I was
here.
like, what are you doing?
Holy shit. I didn't read ahead here.
God, why are you clapping? Just talking
We go
about
to our
movies?
favorite. I was clapping because I'm so excited. I just clap for things. Look, we go to our favorite segment now, okay, during the break. And this might be my favorite movie of all time. Checking in with Jose. Jose, have you ever been to the movies? What's your favorite movie? Have you ever smuggled snacks in? What's going on?
have you smuggled?
Yeah, what's your movie?
smuggle?
Tell us
What's
about
your
those
smuggle?
smuggles.
Tell us everything about your movie experiences. And how is this episode going?
Yo, what up, homies? Movie theaters, I love them. I love going to the movies. They're awesome. I like going to an IMAX, watching a big old movie like Oppenheimer or Dune. I like going to the tiny movie theaters and watching like indie stuff, and it's always a nice time. I always sneak snacks in, whether it's just a couple candies or one time I snuck in sake. I went to go see some Japanese movie, and I snuck in sake and sushi in my jacket, and I just had chopsticks and I ate it. It was I don't know why I did that. I think because they sold it, because I was in. Never mind. Don't worry about that. It was a weird thing. Episode's going great. What's it called? Yeah, I saw Mad Max Furiosa on opening night. Incredible movie. Really fun. Great crowd. Super pumped. Everybody loved it. It felt like it was a great experience. All right, bye.
Wow.
He's a criminal.
Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Do we clap now?
Yikes.
I mean, yikers. We do eventually have to come back from this break and back from.
I would go to the movies with him. I would.
I would too.
Yes,
would.
easily.
would.
It's not even a challenge.
All right, cool.
What is?
This movie sucks. Let's go see another one.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Cool. What are we seeing?
Click, click, click.
Oh, they released the sequel and the
It's a trilogy.
third
It's a
one at the
trilogy.
same time.
Click thrice.
Click
Click,
thrice.
click thrice.
What is your movie theater snack choice? You go in and you go get snacks. What are you bringing back to the seat?
I used to go, I don't really eat candy anymore, but I used to love Bunch of Crunch.
My man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bunch of Crunch is fucking good.
Yeah.
I feel like every place I go, it's out. Like there's a shortage of Crunch. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
no shortage of bunch, shortage of Crunch.
No bunch
dude.
of.
There's
No bunch, no
there's-
Crunch.
there's
Not
no-
a bunch of.
It's not a bunch anymore.
No bunch. There's
little
a few.
Crunch.
Little Crunch.
Little Crunch.
Yeah.
Scarce Crunch.
Scarce Crunch.
No Crunch.
I was gonna say no. Bunch of Crunch is great. I also my go-to is popcorn.
Yeah.
But I do love
Popcorn's
a
good.
big old thing of popcorn. But if I'm in a candy mood, Reese's Pieces. That's my
Okay.
That's my little.
See,
I used to have big things of popcorn, and then I would come out of the movie theater, and my hands would be swollen from all the sodium. It was just pure sodium.
speaking of pure sodium,
Yeah.
my order is the largest popcorn you can ever find.
Oof.
All the butter, salt, bunch of Crunch. I do not mix it in. That's a sin.
Okay.
And then a big thing of soda, whatever I'm feeling that day.
Okay.
And so that way I get the salty, I'll get the sweet, and then I cleanse the palate with some sort of soda.
Nice. And then after the movie, you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, they do need to restart your heart. Yeah, for sure.
Usually,
gotta bring
now
that back.
they're like, I'll take the number one, and they're like, that's what you just ordered. Yeah, but comes with an EpiPen.
The bunch of diabetes, please.
Yeah. Let's get into these tips. Number 4. When seeing a movie, consider the do's and the don'ts. Here's some do's. Have fun.
Yeah.
You got to have fun.
You
with
have
the
to.
movies.
Okay. All right.
And chat with your friends. We're gonna
Okay.
be chatting
Well,
beforehand. You know, we're gonna,
Chat, yeah.
Are you saying chat with your friends during the movie?
No, we're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be getting the snacks. And we're
Got
gonna
it,
have
okay.
the camaraderie of the experience, and then you go
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Read the crazy trivia, solve the puzzles, and the pre-show slide.
I do like those.
Going
those.
early, those were fun, yeah.
Good time.
Do they have them anymore? I
No.
feel like they
Well,
do.
not that I.
It's just Nicole Kidman.
Wait,
That's like
She's trapped there.
That's
She
like the
can't
big
escape.
opener now. The Nicole Kidman.
The big opener. She's the big.
She's the big
everyone
opener.
laughs at that now.
She's literally by herself in the movies, just like wow.
Wow, and she's going.
I do love how ballsy they were to
Change it?
to advertise themselves at themselves. It's not on a TV show. It's not anywhere.
Yeah.
They're telling you where you're at with Nicole Kidman. Oh, good. Thank you. Thanks, Nicole. Appreciate it. Here are more dues.
Nicole's like, see, I'm just like you.
I'm here.
I'm normal.
I'm normal.
I'm a
I go to the
person.
movie.
You know how none of you have wrinkles?
Yeah, I'm person.
I'm person. Open anything in a wrapper before the film starts. That does get annoying.
That's
Sometimes
true.
I'll be having fun and chatting with my friends. I'm like, oh shit, and I'm like,
Yeah. You
sorry, I'm
just
sorry.
get to the end of that.
Sorry.
You know,
Especially
heart-
if you're
heartbreak
smuggling the
feels-
whole convenience store.
yes.
Yeah. You know, heartbreak feels good in a place like.
Yes.
Turn off your cell phones and anything else that might make a noise during the film. And resist the urge to pull out the old laser pointer.
I feel like that is such a dated tip.
You know how we
Yeah.
all have laser pointers? You got to resist
how
that.
many- When-
I did that once, I think, and then I couldn't really see it during the movie. It's more just like to distract people on the sides. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, we got to bring them back, though.
we should bring it back.
We should bring them
we
back.
should
They
bring it
check our
back,
cargo pants, and it's filled with laser
Filled with
pointers.
laser
Just laser
pointers.
pointers.
Just laser
We're like
pointers.
this to
yeah.
everyone.
Can't bring snacks in there.
Don't worry about
That's
it.
fine. I got laser pointers.
I'm not. If you tape all the laser pointers together, you could probably melt
You could
someone.
punch a hole through someone.
Yes.
you
Yeah,
can melt
for sure.
someone down. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Here are the don'ts.
Oh,
Don't talk about how you've already seen the film and describe all the good
I
and bad
hate
parts.
that.
That's true.
Don't get drunk.
All right. Well, that
Alex.
seems like a personal
Alex.
choice. Like
Don't use foul language, fucking Alex.
what?
If you're seeing a scary movie
And you say, "Holy shit!"
it's perfectly
that's
fine
fine
to be like, "Get the fuck out of there!"
Yes, agreed.
Turn around,
Yes.
you fucking idiot! Fuck you, Nicole. Get back.
My favorite outburst ever, maybe this week out, but my favorite outburst ever was in the first Transformers movie, and it was clearly just a product placement movie. So all the bad guys show up, and then half the good guys show up, and then one was still a car, and it just was like zooming out of the car, and the guy goes, "Motherfucker didn't even change yet,"
Nice.
and I was like, Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It wasn't even a transport, just a car.
It was just a car.
Just a car.
There was no justification.
It was not more than meets the eye. It was just a car.
But that's what I
Just
loved.
a
It was
car.
like, if you were to believe that was a choice, the Transformer was like, nah, not yet.
Nah, not
Not
yet.
yet.
Maybe he was a little shy.
It was shy.
Car shy, little shy
I
guy.
don't want to transform.
He's like,
No.
not enough danger. I need
I
danger.
don't want to transform.
Koi Prime. Relax.
I don't want to transform.
Oh, man. Don't make out with your date.
First of all,
Yo.
my first kiss
talking
was
about?
in a movie
Was
theater.
it?
Yes.
What? I would go to movies just for dates alone, just to make out with people.
Yeah, my
I
first.
want to go right now.
Yeah, that's true. My first kiss was in the movie Hitch.
Hitch?
Yeah,
That's good.
It was a good first kiss movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it was amazing. Ugh,
I don't know. I must have. Yeah.
if you didn't, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
There were some movies I didn't even watch the whole time I was just making out. It was a good time.
Yeah, I've been there.
Because as a kid, it's like, where do you go? You know, you can't just like
Go in your room and you're like,
Right,
Alex,
yeah.
fill your pockets with the popcorn.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you want to hear a crazy story here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this was one of my first dates ever.
Okay.
Okay. And mom, shout out to my mom if you're listening. Okay, so this was one of my first girlfriends too, right?
Okay.
Or no, it wasn't even my girlfriend. It was a date, first dates ever.
It was one of your first one night stands.
One of like my first dates ever as a kid.
Great.
And like couldn't even drive. We had to get our parents to like go there, right? So this girl, I'm like, want to go to the movies, see a movie, blah blah blah, and she's like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, like mom, I'm going on a date.
We're doing it.
First date, I'm going to the movies, like blah blah. I was like, can you drive me and like drop us off and then pick us up after the movie? And she's like, oh yeah, no problem. So but the plan was, my mom would pick up her.
Oh no.
It would pick up me, her, drop us off, then pick us up, drop her off, then drive us home. Right? Yes. That was the plan.
That was the
set
plan.
in stone.
Got it.
Our moms talked. They were cool with it. It was a whole thing. Right? And we get in the car, and I'm all excited. And she gets in the car, and she like throws a couple backpacks in like the back of the car. Right? And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, you know, just in case you guys want some popcorn or whatever. I was like, Mom, I'm not bringing a backpack to the movies. I want to look cool. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay. And then my brother gets in the car.
No, I know.
And I was like, well, what is he doing here? And she's just like, I don't know. We're just going to, you know, you're on your first date. Like, we're so excited. I was like, okay. And we're driving through the neighborhood, and she stopped, I think, at 3 other houses, and the neighborhood kids jumped in the car.
So she just made it a whole damn trip.
The neighborhood kids jumped in the car. There was a bunch of us, and I was like, what's happening right now? What are you doing? And she's like, oh, well, I figured we'd all go see the movie. And I was like, no. I'm on a date. I'm not going to the movies with everyone from the neighborhood. And she's like, no, it'll be fine. I was like, no, what's happening? And we go and there were no cell phones. I couldn't text or call her ahead of time to tell her that this was happening. So we show up to her house.
So you roll up to her house.
We roll up to her
deep.
house in this minivan filled with kids, and she's like, and I'm like, hey, and she's like, hey, who? I was like, oh, they're. At first, my mom was like, we're seeing a different movie. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, fine, right? And we get in the car, and I'm sitting in the back with her. And it's so awkward, and the car's just filled with just kids jumping around and screaming and whatever. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Were they like being weird about you being on a date?
They were like, ooh.
Oh,
it was
fuck!
It was a whole thing.
Jesus
It was a whole
Christ.
thing. And so then we get to the movies, and my mom was like, yeah, she like walks there in with us and does the whole thing. I was like, Mom, just get away. And she's like, no. And she's like, yeah, you know, like 12 tickets to go see this one movie. And I was like, I thought you weren't seeing the movie. And she's like, no, yeah, we'll sit in the back. We won't be near you. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what? And they sat in front of us. The row in front of us, there was like 12 of them. And my mom was handing out bags of popcorn and sandwiches, and she would turn around, she'd be like, you want some popcorn? You want some? And I was like, me and her didn't talk the entire time.
No, how could you?
How could you? We didn't talk the entire time, and then we just, after the movie, we just dropped her off, and my mom was never spoke again, and she was like, that went pretty well, I think. I was like, no, it did not.
No, it did not, Mom.
No, it did not. It was.
You have not been.
It was.
I think that went pretty good.
I think that went. I think we
nailed it. I think we nailed it, Alex.
I think we did great.
I
think we did good.
She like knocks on your door at night. She's like, Alex, I just want to say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I was like,
alley-oop.
I'm never. It was the worst day of my life, and
Thanks, Mom.
and yeah. Wow.
Love your mama, Staub.
Thank you for making me relive that.
Do you remember the movie?
Wow.
Really quick, do you remember the movie?
I was so
he has no idea.
I didn't even watch the movie. Every time my mom turned around, she'd be like, "Hi, you want some popcorn?" I'm like,
shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna start kicking your chair.
Yeah, Mom, shut
one of the
the
don'ts.
fuck up.
and I would be. The girl said nothing. We didn't even talk. Oh.
Yeah, how could you? That's fucked up.
And my dad,
Shout out to,
dad got home from work and he was like, "You did what?" And I was like, "Yeah, Mom brought the whole neighborhood to the movies for my date."
Shout out to Mama Goebel, and also
I love you, Mom. It's a hilarious story.
Yeah.
oh my God,
It's a great date
when
story.
I went to go see Hitch, our parents drove us to the movie theater and then fucked off.
No, my mom.
We had chauffeurs to the movie, and then
Yeah, I had that too.
yeah.
No.
That's
After that,
wild behavior.
yeah. After that, she never did it again because I think she was like, "Okay, yeah, that was too much." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah, think?
yeah."
Holy hell.
All right, here are the last few don'ts. Don't throw things at people.
Unless it's Alex's mom.
Yeah. And don't record the movie for pirating purposes. Don't do that.
Don't be that guy.
Those are your
I've thrown things at people and I've recorded things. I've done all the do's and the don'ts.
So you've made them all the dues.
So you made them dues.
Yes.
Well, that's why we're the Men of
Doozy.
Doozy.
Yes. There was one time I was a bad little teenager. Me and my buddy
What?
went into
Bullshit.
Pooh's Heffalump movie.
What the fuck is
Winnie the
that?
Pooh's Heffalump movie. It was really big, right?
Okay.
And we sat in the back, and it was a packed theater, and we sat in the very back, and we would throw Skittles at the kids and the parents, and they were like, "Who's doing that?" And we'd be like, "It was bad."
Not I.
Great movie.
I don't know what that movie is. What'd you call it?
Pooh's Heffalump.
Poos? Are we saying Poos like he owns the Heffalump?
Yes.
Winnie the
Poos.
Pooh's Heffalump.
Heffalump.
Heffalump movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck is a Heffalump?
I don't know what a Heffalump is. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm missing something. But you know what?
Yeah.
We can put that right up there, and I'll know what a
Heffalump. It looks like an elephant, but
I would
like,
assume it had
But
the-
it was a mystic creature where like everyone was scared of it because they didn't know what it was, and he ran into it in the woods, and he was so scared. But the Heffalump was actually a good person that had a bad rap, so they became friends with it while the whole town was going to try to kill it. So it was a whole thing, and then he saves Heffalump.
Thank you.
Thank
you for that.
Thank you for the synopsis.
That's
this
literally-
movie
yeah.
also
I went in to
seems-
terrorize the kids, but I ended up.
But
leaving.
you came out.
He was like, "I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. It was me the whole time I had the
Yeah, it's
Skittles.
literally what it was. All
I
right.
am the Heffalump."
I'm the Heffalump.
Heffalump.
Please don't kick me out.
All right, number
I
3,
misunderstood.
everyone. Watch the previews. The previews are the best part. Most movies start with previews or trailers to get you excited for upcoming films and to ease you into the movie-going experience. Make mental notes of which film trailer you enjoyed so you can plan another movie-going experience. Try to avoid speaking your opinion of any trailer out loud, no matter how bad it may look. As it may dismay others from seeing it, you also never knew who you may have been involved with.
I work on my material before a movie.
Yikes!
Yeah,
Yikes.
I can't tell you how many times the trailer ends, and I go, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's great. Oh my God.
Or how many times the trailer shows you the whole movie? I'm like, well, glad I just watched.
Well, glad I watched the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, no, I do.
Or I'll just be like, no, and then I'll get a couple laughs in the theater.
Of course.
Right, you know?
I know
Yep.
some people who have seen a movie, a full movie, not just the trailers, seen a movie, and said their opinion with like one of the stars in the audience.
Oh no.
Luckily, it was like mostly good things where
Yeah.
they're like, oh, they're
That guy's right there.
Whoops.
Oh,
That's
oops.
what happens in New York and or LA. But
Nicole Kidman again.
I'm trapped here.
I can't leave.
I am person. Number 2.
I will hold on before we get off this. I will say one of Lord of the Rings, my favorite movies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of known things about the movie, and one of the most famous things is when Viggo Mortensen
Kicks the helmet.
and he breaks his foot. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Now I wasn't brave enough in our showing, and no one was. We all watched it, and it happened.
I would have.
Oh, I would have done
But
it.
I recently saw a TikTok or an Instagram of someone in a theater, straight up, like this last weekend. The scene happens, and he just goes, "Did you know?" And the whole theater fucking exploded. It was fucking incredible. So I appreciate a well-timed, like just a good, crisp.
Well, I saw. This is a much longer story, but I was having like the roughest day, and I am not a gummy, an edible man. And I had someone who was like, "Here's a tiny one." I was like, "I just need to. I'm freaking out today. I just have a lot of anxiety." And they gave me time. I was like, "This will just so I can pay attention." 5 milligrams is like the most I could ever do, and come to find out, as I'm sitting down in the movie, they gave me 10 milligrams.
Okay.
So here I am watching John Wick 4 going,
Drooling.
and people were like, I know! And luckily, they got into it, so he's being thrown downstairs for like 15 solid seconds. I'm like, you got nothing to prove, Keanu? And everyone's like, yeah! And so it became like, everyone just ended. That movie, it was 3 hours. For me, it was 7 hours long. And it might not have been the weed, but it was the greatest movie I ever seen. So thank you to the person who gave me way
The
too
John
much.
Wick movies are the best.
But so I became, luckily I went through it all, and I was not doing it intentionally. I was just like, oh.
Leaving the theater, you physically threw yourself down the stairs.
I did. I had to.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow. Tip number 2, enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you've gone to the bathroom, all your snacks are open and ready for consumption, and get ready to view the film. Laugh or even cry when you feel the urge. React accordingly while not disturbing those around you. So if your genuine reaction is, "Ah!" that's fine. People just got to accept that as your truth.
Yeah, the guy had like the backpack that became a bulletproof vest right when he got shot, and I went, whoa! I was like jostled.
I do.
My Jinkos were jostled.
All your Skittles spilled everywhere. Erica and I have very different reaction to things, and Erica is very much like an
Yeah.
and I'm always just like.
We saw a play last night, and she was like, what? Oh my God. Like out loud. I was like,
Yeah. I love the out loud people.
Yes. Yeah.
all right. Tip number 1.
Enjoy the movie, unless it sucks.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, you know what?
But then you might even enjoy it more
It's
if it
true.
sucks. It
There's a way
depends on
you go through it. I've had a movie where the first 20 minutes like what, and then I'm with my friends kind of making a comment, and then we realized, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
Let's
Actually-
enjoy it sucking.
Wait. All right. Question. What's your favorite bad movie? I'm locked and loaded, so I got it.
Go for it.
I love horror movies. There's a movie called Santa's Sleigh,
Oh my God, that movie is so good.
where Bill Goldberg plays a Santa that is actually the son of Satan, that he lost a game of curling to Jesus, so he wasn't able to kill anyone for like 2,000 years, and now he's free of the curse. If you haven't seen Santa's Sleigh,
See it. Watch it in the middle of summer. Watch it.
it starts also with a scene where they paid money to get Fran Drescher and Chris Kattan in a scene, and also that old guy that's in fucking everything, and I forget. And they just murder them all in the first scene of the movie. They're just there to die. And
it's so good.
wow, it's incredible. But it's also this movie got made somehow, and I don't know why.
Do you have a favorite bad movie?
I didn't know I was dealing with snobs. Sorry, everyone. I love bad movies.
No, I like bad movies too. Or like sometimes I like movies that I enjoy, but everyone thinks is bad.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Well, no, go on that. What is that? Yeah, do it there.
Most recently, I was like, but sometimes when I watch movies, I try not to be so critical, and I'm like, you know what? I sometimes I just enjoy it for what it is.
This is a lot of talking. I need to know what movie this is.
Rebel Moon.
I didn't even see that movie, but I'm like, that's just you were.
Is it bad?
It's not. It's like every.
Doesn't sound.
It's like every. It's everything that's been done before mashed into one thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's the Zack Snyder one that, you know, everyone's
there's two
like,
parts or whatever.
Yeah, 2 parts. And I was just like, you know, it was cool visually for what it was. I don't know. I wasn't like, whoa. You know? You basically see everything coming, you know, but they make you feel like you're dumb. Yeah.
I don't know if I need to watch it, but interesting.
Yeah. Check it out, Netflix.
I feel like I tend to go more to comedies in that realm. So I'd say the two that I love that are like panned by most people are Basketball.
Okay.
And Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald, directed by what's his name from Full House?
Who?
The dad, with the glasses.
Oh shit. I almost said Ricky Gervais. No.
Anyway,
I know you're talking about. That's wow.
It's so dumb, but it's so good. You got basketball and Dirty Work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. All right, tip number 1.
Wait.
You got to know, huh?
I gotta know.
Well, I mean, tip number 1. This is it.
Discuss the film.
Bob Saget.
Yeah,
Bob Saget.
That was gonna bother me.
I know.
Gosh,
I know.
What a
Yeah.
sack,
Tip
man.
number 1, everybody.
Dude, fuck yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Discuss the film. After you have watched the movie, you can discuss the movie with your friends or family that you went with, or even find other opinions online. Some movies are part of larger cinematic universes, so keep your eye out for new things to watch that may be related to the film you just saw. So enjoy it.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Talk about it. I mean, yeah,
That's the point of the movies. It's the best when you like come out of a movie and everyone's like, "Whoa, that one part with the one thing," or it's like, "That sucked."
Yeah, that was.
What's a movie you saw and you could have just sat there and watched it again immediately? The first one I experienced was Fantastic Mr. Fox. I thought that was so fucking funny.
Okay.
And then like The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. I was like, put it back on.
How about you?
Guardians of the Galaxy, probably. One of my favorites, the first one.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
But I would say, Lord of the Rings, for sure.
Yeah.
I could watch all 4 hours of that.
Watch me get old every time
Harry
we're on.
Potter, probably. I liked all those movies. I didn't read the books. I waited for the movies to come out to know. So I was
know what happened.
So I was really surprised. Yeah.
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 I don't think there's.
They're like, that's not like in the books. Like, wouldn't fucking
Who
know.
gives
I don't
a
care.
shit?
Who gives a shit,
dude?
Who gives a
shit, dude?
Whatever.
Probably-
I loved that when people would be like, in the book, I can't wait for this part. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know
what
the
that
fuck
is.
you're talking about, actually.
I could probably watch. I could do a rewatch of Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, good
That's
one.
a good bad movie.
Good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I mean, also, this doesn't make it as bad, but Mystery Science Theater 3000, all the way, man.
Okay.
Never seen it.
You don't know what that is? Where they watch bad movies, and it's like the premise is this guy is trapped on a space station, and he has 2 like puppets, but they go and he's being forced to watch bad movies. So it shows like the silhouette of him and the 2 puppets, and so these bad movies they're watching, and they do commentary on it the whole time.
That's
And
pretty cool.
It's a series
That sounds
of
great.
What they did a reboot recently, and they started in the 80s. So any movie you could pick it up anywhere, and it's just them
Talking about how bad it is. That's pretty funny.
So they'll be like, I don't know where to go, and they're like, I don't know, and then they just riff on it. It's so good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, hey, that's the top 8 tips on how to go to the movies.
Yeah.
We love us some movies.
I
here.
like
We
that.
do. Movies are great.
It makes me want to go see a movie now.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go see a movie.
Let's go see a movie.
You know?
What's out right now? That weird the sex movie, Challenger, right? Challenger, is that still in theaters?
Yeah,
the
the
sex one.
Zendaya
sex
sex
The
tennis movie.
Tennis.
It's about a throuple. It's not like tennis is the subplot to them having a ton.
Yeah,
of
how do we
sex.
get a throuple?
I mean,
in
that's the
here?
only way to make tennis interesting.
That's the only way to make throuples interesting. I don't
Literally.
know. Maybe it's the haircut, but the tennis is what gets me.
Yeah, tennis. I was like, nah, throuple?
Throuple?
I'm like, okay. No, I'm into it.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see throuple tennis. Throuple tennis. It's the 3rd installment of
Click.
the spin-off.
Clickety click.
Yeah, the origin story.
Great.
Good. All right, well, thanks for watching the Men of Doozy podcast, everybody.
Please comment what your favorite tip was and share this episode with everyone you know.
We're on all social media platforms and audio platforms, podcast, Apple, Spotify.
Yeah. Thruple.com. And if there's something that you want to learn and have us teach you while we also learn about it, let us know. Next episode is We're Thruppling.
We're thruppling. How to thrups.
Yeah, we're thrups.
We'll see you next episode.
And you play tennis like this.
Hey.
This is how you play tennis.
Play tennis.
Good.
Bye, Botticelli.
Bye, Botticelli, baby. We love you.